I tried Uber Eats with no experience and it was a roller coaster. There were low points, there were some really low points, but were there any high points? Stay tuned to find out. What's up guys, it's Justin and you already know it. Today I am trying out Uber Eats. I have already tried DoorDash multiple times at this point and I had heard DoorDash was the better option of the two, but that's what I'm here for. I'm gonna test it myself. So it is 7:41 right now. I'm gonna go ahead and open up the app. I've never opened it before, so we're gonna see how it goes, see how much money I can make in one day. I'm thinking I could probably get at least 12 hours of work in today, so let's do it. Watching this back, I think that guy's hope might have been a little bit misplaced. I started out the morning by sitting there and sitting there and sitting there and sitting there, and I didn't get a single order for what seemed like an eternity. Now I started driving around after this, but it was the same thing. Nothing, no orders for over a half hour. I was pretty upset about that until finally I got my first order, and to my surprise, it was a pretty good one. $10.89 for 5 miles. We take that all day. I went to First Watch. I love First Watch. I picked up the food, no problem, made the delivery, and then was very disappointed to find that I had not made $10.89. I had made substantially less. Okay, so one delivery down after waiting for what felt like an eternity, and I just picked up this delivery. It was a pretty good one when it sent it to me. I think it was like 5.5, 6 miles for almost 11 bucks. Pretty good. So accepted that happily, rushed on over here, and then I delivered it, and now the app is saying I made $2.89. So I don't know what happened there. I went back and looked at the screenshot I took and it said $10.89, and that included the expected tip. Was the tip $8 and then they just revoked that? Like, I don't know what happened there, but so far this is a horrible start. So that's where we're at right now. It is 8:22 in the morning and I've made $3. So here we go. I declined a couple orders after this. This one was just way too long. The next one was not worth the money at all. Finally, I got a good one from Starbucks for $5.20. But when I made the delivery, I did not make $5.20. I made $2.20, which brought my grand total after more than an hour of working to a whopping $5.09, and I was not happy about it. Okay. I'm starting to think that this is a big joke because that is the second order that I've delivered that now it's saying I made $2 on that. And I definitely did not agree to go, 4 or 5 miles for $2. So I just wasted my time again. So either I'm doing something wrong and the tips just aren't showing up, but I don't think that's the case. I think that what's happening is it's saying anticipated delivery with tip, and then I'm not getting tipped at all, but the app doesn't give any protection against that. So we are over an hour in, I've made $5. $5 during prime breakfast hours, which is just, I'm so mad right now. I'm totally wasting my time. This app is absolutely sucking the battery out of my phone. I have it plugged into the charger and I'm losing battery. I don't think this could be going much worse. So for science, we're going to keep going, but I will go on the record as saying that so far this sucks and I would not Uber Eats again, but we're going to keep going. We're going to give it a chance. Maybe I've just gotten unlucky back-to-back times, but man, I can tell you this, DoorDash protects you against this kind of stuff. Not a single time did I make less than what it had quoted me for at the start of the trip. So maybe this is just my mistake. Maybe the tips get added at the end. I don't know, but I certainly don't think that's the case, so we'll see. I guess fate decided that I hadn't had enough yet this morning, so I got stuck in a massive traffic jam, which just really helped my mood out, and then finally found another order that I was willing to take, $10 to go 6.5 miles from Chick-fil-A. All right, here we are at God's gift to mankind, so hopefully this can kind of change things. Not too hopeful about this one, but Chick-fil-A is the greatest place on earth, so if there was going to be a spot that really turned things around, this would be it. Oh, you think I made $10 on this trip, do you? No, time to stop being silly. Oh, $10 trip? Nah, $3 trip. Said I'd keep doing this for science. I hate science. I took this order not because it was a good one, but because it got me back to the area I wanted to be in. I also wanted to meet the kind of person that was ordering Taco Bell at 9:30 in the morning, but it ended up being a business, so I didn't even get that pleasure. I also didn't get the pleasure of getting my full pay, though this one was closer than before. And then I accepted another order from First Watch, which of course didn't go well because honestly, what had up to this point? Got to First Watch, the food was not ready for like 10 minutes. So this awesome morning just keeps getting better. But I'm still here, so. I'm not gonna lie, the food looked and smelled amazing, but it didn't look or smell amazing enough for me to not get paid the full amount. I was pretty hacked about that, per usual. And to top it all off, I almost got killed by heavy machinery in the driveway as I was making this delivery, of course. And when something like that happens to you, you take a step back and realize that it's time to reevaluate what you're doing with your life. All right, guys. It is 10:40. I've been doing this for 3 hours, and the app is paused by me because in 3 hours, I've made $16. I've made $16. I've made 5 deliveries, and every single delivery, I made less than what it had originally quoted me at. In fact, on every single delivery, I pretty much made substantially less than what it had said I would make. I don't know if I just got the most insane stroke of unluck ever, but I don't think many people tipped at all. So I don't know if that's a common Uber Eats thing. I don't know if I just got absolutely screwed this morning. I don't know what happened, but to be totally honest with you, I can't keep doing this. I'm not gonna keep driving around all day to make $4 an hour, $5 an hour, and drive 10 miles to get $2. Almost got killed in that driveway, and I think that was God's way of saying, you know what? That's it for today. So unless something changes and they kick tips onto me at some point down the road, which I guess is possible, I could not recommend Uber Eats any less. I mean, this has been a complete waste of time, and I wish I had been DoorDashing all morning. So I'll give an update if something changes, but for right now, don't do this. Learn from my mistake. Have an excellent rest of your day, and I'll see you soon. And that was almost the end of the video, which would have been a shame because I didn't even ask you to like or subscribe, which you should totally do. You see, the thing is, hours later, I got a notification on my phone saying I had received a $2 tip. Wow, so generous. But when I opened up the app, I hadn't just made one $2 tip. Literally every single delivery I had made now had a tip on it, and that brought a new energy to me, and I figured I couldn't end the video there. I had to go back out and give this one more try. All right, I think I owe Uber Eats a little bit of an apology here because I ended up getting tipped. Granted, it wasn't until multiple hours later, but I got this message saying that I had gotten a tip, and I went and I checked it, and sure enough, I hadn't gotten a tip. I had gotten tips on all of my orders, so I have no longer made $16, I have made $43, which also means that instead of making like $5 or $6 an hour this morning, I actually made like 15. So still not quite at DoorDash levels, but that's something that's at least worth my time, and I'm willing to keep doing it if I'm gonna make $15 an hour. At 5, it just wasn't worth it, but at 15, I'll keep giving it a go. It's the afternoon now, so I'm gonna work into the dinner rush, and I want to give Uber Eats a fair and honest review, so let's see what happens. Same thing that you heard at the beginning of this video, a little bit of hope, which I definitely should not have had, because once I recorded this, I got a pretty decent order. It was $16.87, and it went quite a long way, but all that way was pretty much highway driving, so I was willing to accept it, and I want you to pay attention to the map here, because when I got all the way to this house, knocked on the door, nobody answered, and the guy told me, I don't live there anymore, I have a new address, I thought it updated, but it didn't. Well, okay, what's your new address, sir? He gives it to me, and it is 0.3 miles away from the restaurant that I picked up the food. Look at that. It's the exact same route because I went back to the exact same place, wasted 45 minutes, and was officially, once again, not happy. I don't see how this could get worse, honestly. I do not see how this could get worse. This just has to be coincidence, because have you ever done something where you worked really, really hard or put in a lot of time into something and then it just ended up being pointless? Like you gave it everything that you had, or you took hours and hours out of your day and then it was all for nothing. That is the feeling that I have right now, having just spent 45 minutes driving this rack of ribs around, smelling this rack of ribs, just for this drop off to be 0.3 of a mile away from the restaurant. Not 40 minutes worth of driving, no, 0.3 of a mile away from this restaurant. There is no way I'm getting the full tip, because, I mean, heck, I wouldn't tip somebody that large for them to deliver it 0.3 of a mile, especially if it took them an hour. But hey, you know, it is what it is, I guess. I don't know. So far, this is just a train wreck. And I mean, you can't control the customers. You can't control the customers that use the platform. So like, and I can't really blame UberEats for this, but also how did he not know that his address hadn't changed in there? Like, and why didn't he send me a message before, when, you know, it took 20 plus minutes after I picked up the food, and he didn't think, wow, I live 0.3 of a mile away from the restaurant. I'm kind of surprised the food's not here yet. Maybe I should reach out to the driver. I didn't get another order for a really long time. I literally just sat in a parking lot, used this opportunity to eat my last piece of gum. I also decided it was a good time to make some thumbnail faces. You'll see here I'm trying a number of different options, really some exciting stuff. Finally, I got an order from Chick-fil-A. It wasn't the worst thing in the world, but it took me back to the area that I live in, and with very few orders coming in and just so much frustration about the entire day, I decided it was time to call it quits. All right, guys, I am back home. It is right around 5 o'clock at this point, and I'm done. I'm done for the day. I got that one more Chick-fil-A order, and that was like at 4:30, I think, and I never got another order after that from 4:30 to 5. You're talking like prime dinner rush here. So it's 5 o'clock now. The sun is setting. I am just tired of all this, to be totally honest. I still haven't found out what I got for tips for these last 2 orders that I made. So I'll flash the total up on the screen here. And honestly, after tips, again, I don't know what the tips are going to be, but I don't think it's bad money. I'm definitely going to be making over $10 an hour. But I'm also definitely not going to be making $20 an hour. And I know that I can do that with DoorDash. And I know that if I had DoorDash open, I'd be sitting out in the parking lot getting orders right now. And for some reason, that's not the case with UberEats. So I don't know what that is. I really just don't know. I think there's just a bad juju around today. And that's okay. There's going to be days like that. The important thing is I'm not going to let it discourage me. I am not going to let this ruin my journey on these side hustles. It's not going to happen. Am I going to do Uber Eats again? Probably not. And if I'm giving it a rating, I'm probably rating it like a 3.6. That is my rating for Uber Eats, a 3.6. So if you're looking for a side hustle to be doing, if you're interested in delivering food, Uber Eats might not be for you. It might be. Maybe I just got really unlucky. I don't know. I don't want to just completely count them out, but I can tell you that my experience was not the best, and I probably won't be doing this again anytime soon. So with that said, you saw me frown a lot today. Hopefully I can give you a little smile here at the end, because I am super excited to have you guys along on this journey. Thank you so much for staying to the end of the video. I really appreciate you guys so much. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share this video with a friend. Do all of that and more. Thank you guys so much once again. Have an amazing rest of your day, and I'll see you soon.